City volunteers distribute more aid supplies in Mozambique, including instant food. People from all walks of life help out at city's mobile food pantry food distribution in California. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. Since Cyclone Idai devastated 3 countries in Eastern Africa, city volunteers have been continuing to deliver aid since April. Now they've entered a mid to long-term disaster relief program. Since the local residents desperately need food, city volunteers distributed supplies again, including instant food. It is the first time the residents are seeing instant food, and the volunteers also demonstrated ways to prepare them.
Para resolver a vida da criança. Criança, criança não chora. Criança, criança não chora. A massa Schengen está preocupado para resolver a vida da criança.
The song has expressed their wishes for the future. City volunteers have brought a new batch of supplies in Hamadenda, Mozambique. Every household can receive supplies including multigrain powder, rice, instant noodle, reusable utensils, farming tools, seeds, pots, and construction tools.
With the hoe, I can plant vegetables and not wait for other people to give us food. In the past, we have received 5 kilograms of food, but it was not enough. My family still went hungry.
The seed bags contain mustard and tomato seeds. The harvest can be expected.
We eat curry every day because all kinds of ingredients can be added to curry. This way, we can eat mustard. The tomatoes and cucumbers can be made into salad. We can mix the ingredients. The beans can be planted on low-lying ground.
It will take some time before the vegetables grow up. Therefore, city volunteers have given every family 2 boxes of instant noodle and instant rice. Everyone is seeing instant food for the first time. The volunteers demonstrate ways to prepare these food, and the children try tasting them. Meanwhile, city volunteers have distributed supplies and stationery at the school. They also teach the students to perform a feet washing ceremony for the parents, in addition to serving tea to their teachers. Giving out a bag of clean second-hand clothes and new shoes for the children, the volunteers hope they'll move forward in their lives, pursuing a brighter and better future. In the aftermath of the recent Sichuan earthquake, Tzu Chi's 3rd batch of aid supplies have been delivered to the disaster area, Gongquan. City volunteers gave the blankets to the affected residents. They expressed their gratitude and joy. As a volunteer gave out supplies to the affected residents staying in tents, he met someone from his hometown. Therefore, he was inspired to help more people. Let's take a look. City volunteers have come to Yuchi village to distribute the 3rd batch of aid supplies. The affected residents help unload the supplies while the local official helps distribute them.
Pull yourself together. The disaster is temporary.
The disaster has united everyone. As the volunteers feel for the affected residents, they know they have someone to rely on. Another distribution site is at a temporary shelter at a school. With the help of local volunteers, they deliver the gifts into the tents.
你好，阿姨。你好，你好。
住3楼。
3楼。
哇，就开始震。哎呦，完我们这几个就赶紧起来就跑出来了。
是。老乡见老乡，两眼泪汪汪吗？
哎呦，真的不容易。
太不容易了。四川的时间很短。 My stay in Sichuan is very short, and I have language barrier. I have fears as well. However, when I was visiting the affected residents, I met someone from my hometown. We had a good chat. I think I will continue to serve the affected residents, helping more people.
Having felt the love of volunteers, this grandma took her cell phone to share her joy with her child who's working elsewhere.
Tzu Chi volunteers have come to comfort us. They give us the blankets that are made with recycled PET bottles.
The grandma also reminds her child to watch out for his safety, as being safe is a form of blessings. A resident of Liaoning, Li Ming, is 60 this year. After his divorce, he lived on his own. His kidney disease left him frail, and he later suffered a stroke that left his right side paralyzed. So the volunteers have been caring for him, then they even clean up his place. A doctor who's a part of the cleanup team also taught Li some physical therapy, hoping Li can recover in a timely manner.
Li Ming lives alone in a small apartment in a high-rise building. He lives simply but has not cleaned up his home in a while. Thus, Shenyang Tzu Chi volunteers have come on this day to help. A doctor volunteer has come to assist in the cleaning, is also reminding Li to keep up his rehabilitation. Li has kidney disease and is jobless. Last year, he suffered a stroke which left him bedridden. Now at least he can walk again.
His right hand isn't able to do most tasks, but his left hand's function is normal. He's recovering well. He doesn't have problems walking.
From the windows high up to the floors down below, even the bathroom is getting a good scrubbing today. Dr. Han, who is doing part of the cleaning, is not afraid of doing the grimiest job. Seeing all that the volunteers have done, Li is grateful.
There are 7 of us here to clean. He's not too talkative, but I think Brother Li Ming has plenty to express. He just isn't apt to show his emotions.
Upon leaving the place clean, volunteers wish Li a speedy recovery.
Today, volunteers in Jiayi received a report that a cancer patient needed people to clean up his house. He estimated 5 volunteers would show up, but instead close to 20 people went to help him. The volunteers worked with one heart so that they could finish the work faster. Let's take a look at how today volunteers work together to help this cancer patient.
Close to 20 Tzu Chi volunteers came to Mr. Zhen's house to clean up for him. The volunteers bring out everything from the house to sort, so that eventually it fills the whole courtyard.
When the care recipient was in the ICU, a social worker from the hospital referred his case to us to see if he could get financial help from us. When we visited Mr. Zhen, he told us that he received financial help from the government, and it's enough for him to get by. It was just that he had a serious case of water retention in his abdomen. His house was quite messy, and he couldn't clean it up, so he hoped we could help him in this area.
He is single and doesn't have any family. He told us that his condition is in his final stage of life. Volunteer Su Bao told us about him, and it's like we are helping him going to the end of his life. It makes me feel quite sad.
Mr. Zhen was once a deputy captain of a neighborhood watch program, but now he is suffering terribly because of the illness.
I told the volunteers that financially I'm doing fine, but I hope they could help me clean my house, and I'd appreciate it.
The volunteers do their best to realize Mr. Zhen's wish. They hope that with a clean home, he will be able to live comfortably once more.
TIMA members regularly go to Pingxi, New Taipei City to provide medical care for seniors. They also provide help to the care centers for dementia patients. For many seniors, the visits of the TIMA members means love and care. Let's take a look at how TIMA members brought medical care and love to the seniors in remote regions. Repeating the questions 2 to 3 times, the medical volunteers must be patient in serving the seniors in free clinics in remote regions. TIMA members regularly provide medical care to the residents in Pingxi, New Taipei City.
In fact, Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital gives us much support. In the early days, before there were care center for dementia patients, Tzu Chi volunteers came every week to hold activities for the seniors. We were able to get hold of these seniors because of these activities.
Seminar for dementia patients' families was held, where the families shared the difficulties they faced.
Helping the dementia patients in their early stages is more efficient. If you wait till their conditions are more serious to seek medical attention, it's a little harder to treat them.
For the grandpas and grandmas who seldom go out, the visit of the medical volunteers make them feel the love and warmth. In the United States, San Bernardino, California has a population of over 2 million people. Half of the residents are of Hispanic and Latin American descent. To help the low-income families in the area, Tzu Chi U.S. headquarters hosts a free clinic every 3 months.
Tzu Chi is hosting a free clinic held at the Indian Springs High School in San Bernardino, California. For those who have never been, it's quite a sight to see.
De todo tipo. Muy saludables. Y lo voy a recomendar.
Each medical department helps our healthcare needs. I will recommend it to my family, friends, and neighbors.
Tzu Chi has been present in the San Bernardino area for over 20 years now. The free clinic with dental health care has been immensely helpful, as the dental procedures are something low-income families do not budget into their finances. Artemisa Ramos, who participated in Tzu Chi's fresh produce distribution before, is also here to help translate.
And I like helping, the information we give to the patients, our parents too. They help about the dental, the medical, everything they need, the vision. I give out to all the parents information.
This volunteer is originally from Iraq, and today is her day off, but she's happy to use it doing volunteer work.
People was telling me it's really great organization, great, opportunity for people who can't afford to go to see a doctor. They can come over here every 3 months, I heard. Like I told you, this is my first time attending this, and I would love to give my information, be called always to volunteer here. It's really nice.
With the help of the translators, the patients' concerns and questions are answered, and the ease of getting medical help has never been easier.
To help the impoverished families in San Bernardino, California, every month Tzu Chi volunteers visit Jones Elementary School with food from the mobile food pantry. As there are many categories of food that is distributed, many hands are needed to help arrange everything. Fortunately, people from all walks of life have come to help out at the distribution. Let's take a look. For the 2-hour food distribution, the volunteers start setting up 2 hours ahead of time and have worked out a system to speedily set up the event.
Over the last 2 years, we've been able to provide for the needy families and children here at our school and extended it out to the community.
Joining the ranks of the volunteers on this day is Ms. Chen, an airline co-pilot from Taiwan, who is using her day off to give back to society.
I'm learning about food banks here in the United States. It's really good to have food be given to those in need and to give it out equally.
Pacific High School's vice principal has led his team of student volunteers to accumulate 1,000 service hours in just half a year's time.
I've been a part of this for 5 years now with Tzu Chi, and we have 13 students here from Pacific today on Monday, and we are just pleased to help every single time we can. I know we come here once a month, and we also have helped at Indian Springs as well.
The volunteers have plenty of experience putting the items into the baskets of the recipients. When the items become too heavy to carry, someone hurries over to help. Sun Zifeng, who lives in a nearby senior home, dons a yellow volunteer's vest once he finishes getting his items.
It's good to live in a big family setting. Doesn't God say being joyful is good for one's health? I'm joyful here. I'm joyful at home, and it's all full of joy. Helping others feels good. I think of it like exercise once a month.
Through participating in Tzu Chi's events, those who live in San Bernardino have found giving back to the community to be the most fulfilling act of kindness. Tzu Chi academies in New York and Long Island recently held their graduation ceremonies, which were filled with gratitude and joy. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, the Tzu Chi El Monte Liaison Office held its Shishao Team Leader ceremony. Let's join them there.
8 graduates of Tzu Chi from Los Angeles will be going on to their new stage of learning. Tzu Chi volunteers hold a graduation for them at the Tzu Chi El Monte office. They also invited a professional speaker to tell the parents and these new college students about how to apply for scholarships.
In the U.S., the colleges hope to see students that are well-rounded. In addition to having good grades, they also want them to join extracurricular activities. It must take time to pay back to society.
New executives will take over their jobs in the team. Yuan Sihua, who will be a new executive, sets a goal for herself.
I think I can help all of the Sichuans communicate better and bond more and just be a bigger, happier family. And also I plan to create a Tzu Chi club at my own school where we can gather more people and more friends to make Tzu Chi a bigger and better and happier family.
At the Tzu Chi Academy New York graduation ceremony, there is not any feeling of sad farewell, but a lot of applause. Any student and teacher who made improvements or showed excellent performance in the 2018 school year received his award. The graduates served tea to thank their teachers and parents because they will strive forwards. Students of Tzu Chi Academy Long Island do a breakdance and other performances to entertain guests at the ceremony. The graduates recall their footprints from the past 12 years and thank everyone for their company and love.
Tzu Chi Malaysia Kulai Liaison Office worked with Kulai Government Hospital to host a vegetarian diet promotion event. In addition to serving delicious vegetarian meals for medical staff and the public, the hospital also hosted 3 speeches. Through the doctor, dietitians, and volunteers sharing, hospital staff gets to understand how to adopt a healthy diet while protecting the environment.
Ever since I began to adopt the vegetarian diet a year ago, did you notice any difference? I adopted the correct vegetarian diet and have lost 7 to 8 kilograms in a year.
A healthy body starts from a healthy diet habit. The dietitian explained to everyone how to get abundant nutrition supply.
Through this activity, we hope to help them better understand vegetarianism and how to eat a vegetarian diet. Also, we tell them how to make various dishes with fruits and vegetables so they can get used to it.
Tzu Chi volunteers work with the restaurant owner to prepare several vegetarian dishes for hospital staff.
Macam hari ini kita buat curry. The curry today was made by mushroom as a main ingredient. We add a lot of vegetables in our dishes, and sometimes the entire day we only serve vegetarian food. Every day we prepare special vegetarian meals so they can try a variety of dishes. I like it a lot.
Volunteers also use rice bags to make baskets, PET bottles to make recyclable blankets, and fruit peels to make environmental-friendly enzyme. Hospital staff was impressed.
We normally throw away the peel of orange and pineapples, but by turning them into enzyme, we can avoid using chemical ingredients. I'll start to collect fruit peels in daily life to make these enzymes.
All these plastic bags can be reused, so don't dispose them because it will take a long time for them to dissolve. I will teach my children and grandchildren to take care of my environment and don't easily throw these recyclable resources away.
To combat global warming, volunteers hope that more and more people can choose to adopt a vegetarian diet and do recycling to protect the earth.
57-year-old Siri Su had a dream to complete a university degree. Her path toward this goal was not easy, as she first had to pursue a career and then take care of her seriously ill mother. Her enthusiasm and determination inspired her all the way, and she was eventually able to fulfill her dream. Let's meet this amazing woman.
Tzu Chi is not just the lead singer of this band and the MC, but also the boss of the sound and lighting company. Still, no matter how tired she is, she still studies at the Applied English Department of Iso University. She's never absent from school and has always been her dream to study at the university, though she had to postpone this dream because of work.
I think it was always in the back of my mind and something that I never finished. Because I didn't finish my studies when I was young, I wanted to finish it now. I just wanted to complete this little dream of mine.
To get a degree for a middle-aged woman is a difficult challenge, as she would have to not only balance her career, but also care for her 92-year-old mother, who was seriously ill for a year and a half. She looked after her mother during the day and was committed to studying at night. She found that some young students are not that serious, as she will persuade them to study harder.
There are a lot of young people who I approach and ask what they were busy with. Do they really have more things to do than me? After speaking to them, I say you definitely have to go to class.
Both her teachers and classmates all admire her.
She's so busy, but she still attends class. She even does extra work for the class. I believe that she is very enthusiastic and willing to do this work.
While we are still so young, she provided a lot of help and examples in areas not covered by the class.
Although she graduated from college at the age of 57, Tzu Chi has grown a lot, and her enthusiastic attitude has also inspired her fellow students around her.
In Sichuan, China, as city volunteers deliver aid supplies to earthquake survivors, children have also helped out. They know that everyone's help is important to help the affected residents rebuild their homes. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.